Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be discussing a topic that has literally been going around the Wings of Fire fandom for years. And that's the TV show we'll be getting. This project has had a very messy production timeline, with it even getting cancelled and moving studios entirely. The question that's been on fans' minds ever since the Prime Video announcement back in 2024 is this. What in the world is going on with the Wings of Fire television series? I'll aim to answer that, giving you guys the latest updates we have, and when I think we can expect even more. Additionally, I'll be highlighting how this project even started in the first place, and what went wrong the first time. But before we begin, a huge shout out to my patrons as always. Gather95, Thistle, Noobto, Pyronuke, Avril, Pancake, Ascarada, Adequin, Alice Cleaver, Shadowhunter, Atlas Stargazer, and that one, Seawing. Thank you all for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. For our newer fans, or those that just weren't ever aware, a Wings of Fire TV show was in the works at Netflix a very long time ago. Back in 2021, an article by the streamer confirmed that we were going to be getting an animated adaptation of the WAF books. A first season had been greenlit, with the director attached. Ava DuVernay, who had that role, had a lot of experience in the industry, though not with the greatest feedback attached to her titles. Nonetheless, fans were very excited, myself included. I mean, a Wings of Fire TV show was going to be put out into the world for all of us to watch. It would invite so many new readers into the fandom, and allow us to see all the events we've always imagined, but in a fully voice-acted and animated form. So, we waited. And waited, and waited some more. When we are met with absolute radio silence about these 10 episodes for ages, that's when the worry started to settle in. There were no more articles talking about the series, and really no actual mentions of it. It was like it had vanished without a trace, and no work was being done. What we'd much later learn is that production had begun, a very significant amount in fact. But for reasons still not fully known, Netflix pulled the plug. They gave up on the Wings of Fire show as a part of a mass animation cancellation. It fell with a ton of other titles that had been already worked on, or that were going to be given second seasons. The day that news dropped was devastating. All of us had been waiting just to hear that nothing would come of that time. For ages, we didn't even know how far they had gotten in production. Maybe Wings of Fire hadn't even truly lifted off the page at all. But, as we later found out, that wasn't the case. With it being axed came a plethora of leaks from the talented creators involved in the project. All of it spread online like wildfire. Storyboards with filler voice actors, kingdom backgrounds, props, early character designs, and more. It was truly a bittersweet thing to see, because we got a glimpse into all the hard work that was put into the series, only to never meet our screens. Though I wasn't a fan of the dragon designs, some of the other details, especially how the kingdoms looked, were brilliant. And despite us only getting what was really just one small peek into the world of an animated period, this was important. Very quickly, though, all that content got copyright struck. You might be wondering why the artists, animators, and other crew can't just share what they were working on now that the show isn't made by Netflix anymore. And well, it's unfortunate, but the studio does own that progress. It's just going to sit there, getting dusty and remaining unseen. This really was just the surface, because years later, a writer on the Scrap Show came out and said the team was way further in development than Tui ever let on. If money really was an issue for Netflix, that's so unfortunate, because a Wings of Fire TV show would have been such a massive hit for them. I don't think they realized the gold mine they left behind. But thankfully, the story didn't end there. Even after 2 years of silence, all of us hopeless that no animated WAF production would ever come to be, Prime Video suddenly picked up the show out of nowhere. It really hit like a surprise, changing the whole game. And with Amazon, everything will be different. They have to start totally from scratch, but at least it's still going to be a show. And I do trust them to take their time with it and give us something we as the readers and fans truly deserve. It's been over a year since that green light was revealed to us. So, what's been happening since? In truth, we haven't gotten a lot of updates, but certainly more official ones than we ever did with Netflix. Throughout this time, Tui has shared that they're working on it. It takes many steps to make a TV show, so the climb to get to the finished production was going to take a while. Still, it's in development, and I'm very confident that's not going to change. This year, we also got some news of who's involved with bringing the series to life. The credits of the names attached this time are very positive. Even at the time of me making this script, one of the showrunners posted on Twitter that he's reading all the Wings of Fire books right now. We're about to get some accuracy, you guys. We're also very lucky that Tui is going to have a say in how things turn out. So, okay, we haven't confirmed, but you probably already knew that. And we're aware of some of the crew that are working on it each day to make it a reality. But what else is there? I mean, fans are dying to know what our favorite dragons will look like in the Prime Video style, and who will voice them. What about the kingdoms? How will they be designed to mimic what we love, but with also potentially adding something new? Will there be POV swapping in some way, or simply just focus shifting with each episode as you would see in some other TV projects? How many episodes will it take to complete Arc 1 this time? There are a lot of unknowns, but plenty of time for us to learn more. A little while ago, Tui said at an event that we'd hopefully be hearing more about the Wings of Fire animated series in around 6 months. Well, that's coming up soon. October, in fact. And Tui has an event scheduled during that month, where she says she's going to reveal something big. Could we get a long-awaited official update? I really hope so. Though the show has had a rocky history, it seems to be treading on some smooth seas right now. And the day we get to know absolutely anything at all, I will be here to tell you guys. What do you think about the evolution of the series? Do you believe the studio changes for the better? What do you want it to accomplish in the end? Let me know down below. I'm also using this time to remind you guys that I have a prophecy creation contest going on right now that you should totally check out. All the submissions have been awesome already, so be sure to send yours in. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.